delay. Welcome to my channel Himalayan Dumplings, where I share Tibetan recipes both old and new. If you are new to my channel, my name is Kiki and I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel, assuming you are interested in Tibetan cuisine and culinary heritage. That's my dog Coco. If you can see, he won't stop. So anyway, the recipe video I'm going to share with you today is for a popular dish we call Tingmo or Tingmomo. It's essentially a steamed Tibetan bun, but I'm going to show you a very fun and easy way to make this popular Tibetan dish. So let's get started. Our first step is going to be to activate your dry yeast. Put them in a container. Next, we're going to add some sugar which will help activate your dry yeast. Add some warm water, temperature is important. Next, give it a quick stir and we're going to let that rest for 10 minutes. Next, we'll work on our dough using all-purpose flour in 2 separate containers. In one of them, we will use turmeric to color the dough yellow. So in 10 minutes, your yeast should be ready and frothy like that. We'll go ahead, give it a quick stir before we add it to our flour, all-purpose flour. Pour your liquid yeast into your flour and give it a really good mix. Once that's done, we'll go ahead and add water. Notice that even though I fast forwarded this particular step, I'm adding the water really slowly. It just gives you a lot better control for the consistency of your dough. Once the dough is done, let it rest for at least 2 hours for the yeast to take action. In a couple of hours, your dough will have tripled in size. Look at that. It's going to be very soft and airy and fluffy. So sprinkle or dust your surface with flour and we'll make a dough sheet. We're going to knead the dough one more time before we flatten it into a dough sheet. So I fast forwarded the step, but just a lot of kneading to squeeze out the air bubbles until we get a fairly smooth surface like this. Next, we're going to make the dough sheet using a rolling pin like this. If you have a pasta machine, you can even make a dough sheet much faster. Excuse all the shaking, please. My video stand is connected to the table, so yeah, that's why. Sorry. Once you've made thin dough sheets out of both the dough balls, we are going to stack them and layer them just like I am with the colored one on top. I'm going to stretch it from corner to corner to match the dimensions as best as possible, just like that. And I'm going to flatten it one more time using my rolling pin. Next, add some oil which will help tenderize your dough or your tingmo and make it more soft. Using a knife, I'm cutting the uneven edges of my dough sheet so that way I have a perfect rectangular dough sheet. Flatten your 2 layers of dough one more time, which will make your color transitions in your tingmo or steam bun more seamless. And now we're almost there to the end. We're going to make a dough log simply by rolling the dough sheet into a log. Just like I'm doing here. Take it nice and easy. And see, I'm trying to keep it as tight as possible. Yep, just like that. Roll it slowly. Take your time. Don't rush. Once you've made your dough log, we are going to cut the uneven ends of your dough log. So that way you have consistent shape and sizes of tingmo or steamed bun. Next, we're going to cut it into 8 equal parts. It might look small, but it will come out fairly big. Once you steam it, it will definitely grow in size. All right, let's grease our muk to a steamer with some cooking oil so that way your tingmo doesn't stick to the tray. Place your tingmo at least about 3 inches apart so it doesn't stick because it will increase in size. bring your water to a complete boil. Because we're cooking with steam, you need steam. So bring it to a complete boil before you stack your rack of Tingmo. Excuse my steamer, it's seen better days for sure. For cooking time on my electric stove, it takes me roughly 12 minutes to cook my Tingmo perfectly. Depending on stove types, it could vary by a minute or so. But that's it. So that's how you make this fun two-colored, soft and fluffy tingmo. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I'm going to enjoy my tingmo now with some sippy, or maybe I'll have it with some shapta, which by the way, if you like shapta, I'm going to be sharing this amazing shapta recipe. So please subscribe and to channel.